to Tuscany, Italy, to our chalet, chateau, cottage, whatever you want to call it. You're here in our kitchen, and we just went to try to go out to eat at a pizzeria, and there was too many of us because there's 7 of us, which is a lot of people, and they were not able to take us tonight. So we made reservations with them to come back tomorrow, and now I'm back home with everyone. We had to cram into one car because one of our cars wasn't working yet again. And now I'm going to be cooking dinner for the family. So I thought, why not go live and talk to you guys about how it's been going for real? And yeah, just share that with you. So basil here in Italy smells even more fragrant and is just extra delicious, in my humble opinion. I love basil. So what I'm planning on making in this cute little kitchen is we're gonna do like a pasta primavera with ravioli. So we went to the store yesterday, the grocery store, the market, and we got a bunch of yummy things. And Paxton, as you could see, is in the background there trying to find the ice cream.
No, the bread.
Oh, the bread. Don't have any more bread. So for tapas today, there's no more bread. I know. For tapas today, we did like an olive tapenade. We did a loaf of Italian Tuscan bread, the leftover gnocchi pasta that I had made from last night, and some prosecco, and it was delicious and amazing. So right now I'm going to start cooking and chopping all the things. Maybe I'll talk to you about the things that I'm chopping up. Maybe I'll forget to tell you about it, but just figure I'll take this opportunity to kind of slow down. I pour myself a glass of wine and just talk to you as friends from the other side of the world. It is, what time is it, Paxton? It is about, yikes, it's about 9 o'clock, 9:15 here in Italy. And even though that sounds really late to us as Americans to be eating dinner, it is pretty customary here to eat dinner anytime between 7:30 and 10:30 p.m. Very, very normal. So, in fact, the pizzeria that we went to, they were like, oh, you can come back in an hour and a half at 10:30 and have dinner. And we were like, we'll just make reservations for tomorrow night, because I figured that'll give me enough time. Ravioli only takes about 4 minutes in the boiling water. So Aaron already started my pot with boiling water, and all I have to do is chop up the garlic, the tomatoes, some basil, shallots, and a little bit of red wine and olive oil, and we'll be in business. Okay? So if you're hopping on, or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put your questions in the comments below. A lot of you have started reaching out to me just kind of about how do you actually do this? How do you make a dream a reality like this? And as I shared with you guys earlier today, if you're following us on Instagram or Facebook, it has been very real. And there have been a lot of challenges. One of those being Aaron getting pickpocketed when we were in Paris. And another one of those big challenges being that we have a home in Redding, California. We have a business in Redding, California, Inspire. And those things needing love and attention, and also very aware lately of how much it is that Aaron and I have been kind of doing and managing, and that has become second nature to us, but that it's a lot of moving parts, and it's a lot of things that to us we're like, oh yeah, we can do that in our sleep, or that's easy. Having to slow down and communicate that to other people as far as, just things that come up that for us would be like, oh, okay, we know how to handle that, but to try to explain that in like a text or even like a voice memo it's been challenging. So, yes, Braxton.
What can I eat?
I'm making dinner.
I want fruit. What fruit can I eat?
What kind of fruit can you eat? Well, you've had a lot of fruit today. How about an apple? Do you want an apple?
I already had apple.
How about a peach or nectarine?
Peach? What are the peaches?
Okay, let's find out. Okay, so I'm kind of probably be popping in and out of answering Paxton's questions. If you're coming on and asking a question, trying to answer that, and then my own ramblings. I'm gonna cut this for you. You wanna go get Mommy a little plate? So, let's just kind of recap what's happened. That's too big of a plate. Get me a smaller plate. So, we are now here in Italy. We started off our adventure. It was a surprise to Ari and all the kids, and we went to Paris for Ariana's 16th birthday. That was super fun, but a lot of things happened. Huh, Paxton?
Yep.
And on Ariana's actual birthday, well, actually it was the day before Ariana's birthday, Aaron got pickpocketed in Paris as we were getting off of a metro. It was a very chaotic time. And they are professionals there. So we were getting off the metro. It's timed. We don't want to get separated. And the doors are starting to close. And we're all just rushing out. We had to go through the metro, off the train, and then up a stairwell. And we're all dragging our bags. So we have our carry-ons and our personal item bags, and we're carrying those up the stairs. Aaron's coming back and forth and helping us up and down the stairs, and he gets to the top of the stairs and he realizes at the exit there, he's like, oh my gosh, where's my phone? And I just knew, like, in that moment instinctively, I was like, shoot. I saw a guy get really close to him as we were getting off the train. I was like, I bet it was that guy, and he took your phone. So that was super upsetting. And we took like a minute or two. Aaron went back down, looked for it everywhere. Of course, it was gone. It wasn't there, sadly. And we had to, we're there, 7 of us with 14 pieces of luggage in Paris as we're transferring from one Airbnb to the other. So we had stayed in Villejuif, I think is how you pronounce it, which is in the 14th or 15th arrondissement of Paris. So kind of more on the outskirts, but very, very, very close to the metro. It was like 3 to 5 minute walk max from our apartment to the metro station. At the time, the lift or the elevator was out, and so we weren't actually able to use it, and so we were trucking up and down 6 flights of stairs. But ever since then, I talked to Antoine, and he said that the elevator is now working, so that's amazing. So I highly recommend that place. That was still my favorite place that we stayed at in Paris. It's beautiful, 3 bathrooms, very comfortable beds. Everything is new, impeccable, and you have a view of the Eiffel Tower from at least 3 rooms in the apartment. So it was absolutely beautiful. Again, highly recommend. Hi, Ari. Hi. Will you put this in the trash for me, please? So, back to the story. We go from there to this new place. And the reason that we transferred over was he was actually booked out. There was another family that was coming in to stay. And I was like, oh, it would be so cool to be just like steps, because that's the way that this place advertised itself, that it was just steps from the Eiffel Tower. It said 4 steps to be exact. It was more than 4 steps, but location-wise, very, very convenient, very close to the Eiffel Tower. I would say it was more like, I don't know, like a 2-3 minute walk to the Eiffel Tower.
Really close.
Yeah, really close. But low-key felt like a prison. Or like a military camp. Oh,
More
inside of it.
Even more of that, it was just creepy. Just cut yourself.
Let's try not to do this.
It just like felt gross.
Yeah. There was some art that was a little sexual in the place. Again, it was one bathroom. And oh, I just cut myself. Sorry. Can you go get me
Where's the paper towels?
something? We're out of paper towels. We're out of paper towels at this place. We need to go and get them. That's the thing with staying at Airbnbs. And with there being so many of us, is we run out of paper towels and toilet paper basically on the first day. And that makes things hard. Today is technically day 3 though, of us being here. So we ran out of paper towels this morning. Anyways, Aaron gets pickpocketed. We end up kind of in the moment trying to kind of recalibrate, and we continue on to our place on foot.
He's getting a Band-Aid.
Thank you. Trying to find it. I'm just gonna hold my finger here for a minute because I stabbed myself pretty good. So, could you get me tomatoes, garlic, and a shallot, please? It's behind us. Shallot is there, garlic is there, and the
No,
tomatoes
I
should be
never
in
eat.
that
The
basket over there.
pizza seems so good.
So, we end up getting checked into our kind of sketchy place. Oh, being slow.
Ew.
I did say I was going to pour myself a glass of wine and relax a little bit. I haven't done that yet. But good news, my water is starting to boil, so I can put that in. Put the ravioli in as soon as I'm done making the sauce,
Ari,
which will be
What?
perfect.
can you
Okay.
uncut a piece?
So we get to the place, but we can't actually check in yet because
Can I have another
they
one?
have
I
very
want
strict
another one.
rules.
No, cute.
Babe, do you think this is okay?
We're gonna eat some.
I have no idea. It looks like it'd be okay. Does it smell okay?
Yeah, it smells
It's
good.
probably just how they're grown out here.
You guys think that's okay? I think we're gonna eat it.
$4 bottle of wine.
Oh yeah, show that. It's actually amazing. So, you know the rumor that wine is cheaper than water here in Italy?
It is.
The rumor is true. The rumor is so true. Okay, so we can't check in yet because we checked out of our other place at 11. And then we couldn't check in to the new place, the prison place that was 3-minute walk to the Eiffel Tower. Location. We couldn't check into that place until 3 p.m. So it was on Ariana's actual birthday. Aaron, at this point, is dealing with not having a phone, which we had sold things on Facebook Marketplace and such to have money for our trip. And so he had had his Apple Pay, oopsies, with money on it. That was on that phone, as well as he started working on some of his military memoirs and another book. And so, as anyone who has had anything stolen, your ID, your passport, your cell phone, your bank card, you know, like, it's just that feeling that's like, it's hard to shake. Kind of just stays with you a little bit. And so that's how he was kind of trying to figure that out, process that. He was tracking his phone. He ended up going to, because his phone was dinging in the location, so he decided to go to where his phone was at. We're going to do You think both? I think just one, really? Okay, maybe both. Put them both over there. We get our bags put into a locker. So that cost us €50 because we needed to get 4 lockers because there was so many bags of ours. So then the place that we were staying at was another $500, just staying there for one night, and we couldn't even get checked in early. So we had to pay the 50.
We weren't even there for 24 hours.
Yeah, we weren't there for 24 hours. It was a total, whatever. It was a learning experience. We learned. Where do I put? Oh, under the sink. That's right. Also, the trash system here. This is compost. You have to separate out plastic, paper, glass, and compost.
And then there's an extra for anything that doesn't fit in those categories.
All right, now I've got my bell pepper done. I'm gonna do my shallot and my garlic. We have tomatoes. Ooh, baby, you put that in there. I didn't want you to do that yet because it's only 4 minutes.
I thought you said put that in there.
No, not yet. Sorry, maybe I did say that. I didn't mean it. And then,
What should I do?
I don't actually know. Maybe cook all of it then so that we don't have to redo it. And then you're gonna have to find a big plate. Yeah. And then this is homey, which is basically like pure tomato sauce. And so I add this in, I did this last night with the gnocchi, but I add this in as kind of like extra filler because we're saucy people and we like our sauce. And I don't want it to be, I want there to be enough sauce. Personally, I'd rather there be extra than not enough, especially with teenagers who are eating so much food these days. And yeah, all right, so back to the story. We finally get checked in and get our bags out of the storage. So they were only in there for a couple of hours. We get checked in and Aaron decides to go, and he was hoping that he'd be able to like get his phone because it popped up that it was in a kind of a nearby place. Kind of. So he went and did that, and he took the boys with him. And the plan was we were going to meet at this kind of cool and popular, famous restaurant that I had made reservations for before, but then we were adding it up and it was going to be pretty expensive. It was this fondue place and it was going to be pretty expensive, and it was about 45 minutes from where we were at. And I was like, well, with the amount of money that we're paying for this place, we're paying for this location to be so close. So we decided to stay in the city, in the 7th arrondissement there in Paris, and go to dinner there. And so we did that. Aaron came back and met us. I think that was the day Ari and I went live together, didn't we? And we talked about Aaron being pickpocketed. So if you don't know that story, you can actually watch that live. And I think I kind of show you a little bit around that Airbnb. So that might be kind of fun if you're interested in all of that. You're gonna need to stir that and then probably set a timer for about like 2 to 3 minutes at this point. And then that's gonna need to go in a baking dish.
Until I make the...
So after, put it here. I'm gonna do a little olive oil, drizzle on the bottom of the pan. Yeah, once it all starts floating up to the top like that, it usually means it's done. So,
Well, it started when I put it in, it was already floating on the top.
I know, because that's how quickly it bakes with fresh ravioli. Cheers! Prego.
So you want me to take it out?
Did you do salt in there by any chance? Alright, let's salt it. Yes.
That's some of the chips.
Okay, I just have to say, no, you may not have any chips. We're going to be eating dinner here in a few minutes. But all those amazing women and men that do their cooking channels, as you're talking and cooking, bravo, prego, bellissima. Hats off to you, because it is hard to remember what it is I'm talking about and to do the thing. And yes, which is also probably why they have entire crews that are helping them. Okay, so we decide to go to dinner there in Paris, and that was close in town. So that was fun. What else? Oh, okay, so then the next morning we get up and we have to get another locker, right? Don't we get another locker?
We get 2 more.
Oh yeah. So then we get
Or 3 more.
3 more lockers the next day because we had to check out of that stupid place. They didn't let us stay any later. And before we were going to go to our train, which we were leaving out of Paris, Gare de Lyon, on the, you could just stir it real good and then just start scooping it out into that trivet. Is that a slotted spoon?
No.
Okay, you're gonna need a slotted spoon like that one right there. Yeah. And then that you can use to just scoop out. Doesn't need your rinse. Slotted spoon. Right. And you'll just kind of do this little number. So you're gonna go like that, that. Oh yeah, it's ready now. So I'm gonna do this. So we go from Paris, Gare de Lyon, to, we actually ended up taking a taxi. It started raining. It was like perfect timing. I think the taxi was another like 50, 60 euro. And we took that. But I would also say I would do that again. I feel like that was so worth it. Just because there were so many of us, and because it started raining, and because of all of our luggage. I'll let you just keep doing that, love. And it just, yeah, it was just definitely worth it. Because of the rain and the travel. It was faster to take a taxi, and definitely more direct. And then we didn't have to deal with the trauma of the metro again. After Aaron just 24 hours earlier getting pickpocketed. So we went to a hotel, which is a tip, I will say. When you are traveling abroad, you want to make sure you're getting a taxi legitimately and from a safe company and place. So going to any nice hotel, not a hostel or a motel or anything, but any nice hotel. And you can go in there and just say, hey, could you call us a taxi? And they might give you a little bit of a hard time or be like, are you staying with us? No, we're not, but we're just Americans. Can you help us, please? And as long as you're kind and respectful, they will definitely be kind and help you out. So they helped us out, got us a taxi. It came in the perfect timing, literally right as it was starting to rain. And we got a lovely view, almost like a little tour is how I viewed it, of Paris, which was so cool. All right, now get me out a frying pan. Babe, will you come and light this stove for me?
Yeah.
Thank you, love.
I want another peach.
You want another peach?
They're
Okay.
so good.
I know they're so good, but guess what? Mommy is making dinner right now. So I don't want you to eat. You're gonna spoil your dinner. Maybe 15 more minutes max. What?
You want a frying pan?
Yes. Like a saute pan. Does that make sense? Like so that I can saute, do like a sauce. That'll work. Thank you. Oh, you can just switch it. So move that, but don't burn yourself. Oh, I did earlier.
When? Today?
Yes, today.
Oh,
You know we're live, yeah?
yep.
Okay. All right. So back to my story. What is my story? Where am I at? Oh, so we hop on the train, and that was an experience in and of itself. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. So we took the train from,
It was long, though.
yeah, it was definitely very, very long. There was way more stops. I thought it was a non-stop bullet train. It wasn't, guys. There was like 20 stops. And it was definitely an all-day thing. We went from Paris, France, through Switzerland, and into Italy. And not one time did customs, immigration, or anyone come check our passports or anything. But we were ready in case they were going to.
So if you're on the runaway, you're good.
No. But I was kind of disappointed because I wanted those stamps in my passport, and for the kids too. But oh thee well, we're going to have to go back and get them. We still don't have an Italian stamp in our passport, and we are staying in Italy here for a month. So, go figure. All right, so I'm doing a little olive oil in my pan right now. And by a little, I mean a lot of olive oil in my pan. I'm gonna add in my onions and my bell peppers. And then I'm going to chop up the garlic and put in the tomatoes and the garlic. And then those will only need like 5 minutes. This will be good. These are a little stronger, a little tougher of vegetables. Oh, maybe I should show you guys my pan. A beautiful thing here in Italy is we can literally drink right out of the faucet, and the water is really good. It's delicious water. Okay, I'm gonna show you my pan here. Look at that, beautiful. And there's the ravioli that I already just made, so it's all ready. And so once it gets soft, I should have the garlic. Oops! I should have the garlic and tomatoes ready to toss in there. Okay. I'm gonna prop you back up here on my windowsill with the terracotta tiles. They're so pretty. All right. So we end up arriving in Milan. We get in at about 10:15 p.m. and local time. And on the train, I actually booked the Airbnb because I was planning on just doing a hotel right there, but I ended up finding a really nice Airbnb for as much as one hotel room was going to cost. And we were going to need at least 2, if not 3 hotel rooms because there's so many of us and they only have double beds, like one single, I'm live. Hi, live.
Hello.
One single double bed in each of the rooms. Everything is very, poco, little here. So I would say in all of Europe, really. It's not like Texas. So anyways, I ended up getting this beautiful Airbnb in Milan. It was, no joke, 540 feet from Milan Centrale, which was the train station that we pulled into, and that was amazing. The not amazing part was we were all starving, like absolutely starving. And basically the only place open that was close by was this pizzeria place. So we're like, awesome, let's go. We're all hungry. Let's go eat some awesome pizza in Italy, right? By the train. It was such a scam, you guys. We totally got scammed. They didn't bring us a menu, which was like rookie mistake number one, but we even knew that. We were asking for a menu and he's like, oh yeah. But then he was asking the kids, like, oh, what do you want? What do you want? He's calling Paxton boss and yeah, I was like, all right, we're getting scammed, but it's okay. I was thinking it'd be like, $150 or whatever for this pizza and very simple spaghetti and marinara sauce pasta. And make a very long story short, he comes back with the check after we ask for it, because you have to ask for the check in Italy. And then it usually takes a pretty long time for them to bring it to you. It took them about 20 minutes to bring us our check. At this point, it's like way past midnight. We've been traveling all day. We're absolutely exhausted. And he brings the check, and it is 255 euro. And I literally just like instant pit in my stomach. It's like, what the heck? And he tells us,
Are we having that pasta?
yes, I'm making it. The ravioli. You don't want ravioli?
No, I'm totally.
Oh, you don't like it. Okay.
No.
Paxton doesn't like ravioli, you guys. Make a note. So
What can I eat?
we end up, well, this is what is for dinner, love.
What can I eat for dinner besides that?
Well, this is all there is for dinner. So then he ends up proceeding to tell us that he doesn't take credit cards. And he's like, I need cash. And I was like, well, sorry, dude, I don't have cash. So if you want us to pay, at this point, this mama comes out. Like, that is enough. Enough is enough. No more of you scamming us. Like, no. So he starts to tell us how we can go to the ATM across the street that looks so sketch, like literally so sketch. It has like one blinking light over it. And he's like, and you could go and get out the euro. I was like, no. So Aaron's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll let you think about this for a minute. He goes to the restroom. I walk straight up to the guy and I was like, hey, listen, here's how this is gonna go. I said, I had no idea it was going to be this much money. You should have brought us a menu. This is literally absolutely crazy. I do not have euro and I am not walking across the street and having someone jump me and rob me. You have a credit card machine right over there that I can see, so we will be paying with a credit card. And he's like, oh, okay, boss, okay. Do you have a MasterCard? And I was like, yep, I have a MasterCard. He goes, oh, okay. So we do the MasterCard and it goes through, unfortunately. And then he says to me, oh, please, miss, do you have like 10, 20 euro for me as a tip? I was like, no, I do not. I am exhausted. You just freaking scammed us. Guys, they charged us 37 euro for a salad.
Yeah. Perfect.
That was mostly cabbage. One of the pastas was 78 euro. Okay. That was a level of scam happening. We asked for water. I asked just for tap water. He brought us water bottles, which, okay, whatever. But the water bottles were 4 euro per water bottle. Times 8. Because, even though there's only 7 of us, he ended up knocking into our table, breaking the glass, spilling the water, Elia's water, all over her and the floor. And then he had the audacity to charge us for another water when she asked for more water, because her water, he spilled and broke the glass all over her. So yeah. So that was Milan, but the place we stayed at was so beautiful. Absolutely, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Had an amazing view. She had little toiletry kits and soap and shampoo and coffee for everyone and a bed for everyone. And it was honestly so nice and such a good little respite. And then we got the text that our sprinklers system was broken and apparently gushing water. But I think at that point we were already asleep and didn't know till the next day. This is at our house in Reading. Poor Netanel and Rebecca having to deal with all of that. So we got on the train the next afternoon. Oh, that Airbnb host in Milan, the beautiful, wonderful, amazing place, she let us stay. I reached out. I was like, listen, we're exhausted. We're just getting to bed now. It was like past midnight. And I was like, our train's not till 1. Any chance we can stay a little bit later? And she was like, how about if you stay till noon? Would that give you enough time? And that was perfect. And so we were able to sleep in till like 10. And everyone got a really good night's sleep. It was just really needed. And we walked over to the train. It was easy. It was light. And it was only a 3-hour ride from Milan to Roma. And then in Rome, we got off. That was not the train's final stop though. So that was a little bit rushed. I ended up, oh honey, I said no more of that. I ended up getting an upgrade, which was really nice for me. But it meant that I was separated from everybody. So they were all in cabin 5 and I was in cabin 7 and seat 711A, which I just loved because 711 is my number, and it just felt like such a sweet little smile from the Lord, like a little wink from him. And just sat there, looked out the window, and it was beautiful. Pondered life and basically the journey so far. And we hopped off in Rome. Hold on, I need to tend to this pasta over here. We hopped off in Rome and we got a rental cars, which pretty much was pretty easy peasy. We had the sweetest ladies that were helping us with our rental cars. And we were able to get that very quickly, in the scheme of things, quickly. How do I turn this down? Hey, love, do you know how to make the thing lower?
You just walk up.
Oh. It doesn't just turn down or something? I tried, but it doesn't seem like it. I don't want to turn it off. All right, I'm adding in some salt and some pepper. Salt and pepper. All right, could you look for basil for me? Yeah. It's over here. It should be some dry basil. I'm gonna add that in. Oh, no, just over here in this little container. There will be dry basil. All right, so we have the Rome, I will say the Rome Centrale terminal there. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful and it is huge. It's better than like most airports. And we rented our cars. We rented 2 electric automatic vehicles. And they were a little bit of a pretty penny, but it was the best deal that we could get. And it was through budget. And yes, this one, basil. And it was,
Sorry.
well, yeah, it was awesome. All right, I'm throwing in these tomatoes, you guys. I did not, but he's taken advantage.
They're all gonna be gone.
I know. We'll just have to buy more. You guys want to know a fun fact? When we went to the grocery store yesterday, it was less money. We bought like a week and a half worth of groceries, and it was less money than that scammy place in Milan. for a week and a half worth of groceries. And we got beer and wine and fruits and vegetables and meats and cheeses and bread and soaps and dishwashing soap and laundry detergent. We got literally everything. Basil plants, so much. Pasta and rice and orzo. And it was less money than that frickin' restaurant. So, needless to say, we learned a lot, you guys. So we're going to be doing grocery shopping each week is our plan. And if we average about 200 euro per week shopping, that is so much cheaper than America, especially California. And that helps us with our budget. And then we just make yummy food here. And what's nice is, even though Paxton might think it's way too late to be eating dinner, even though we're eating late, it's totally acceptable here in Italy. It was totally acceptable in Paris too. Yeah, so the restaurant we tried to go to tonight is a pizzeria. They have a margarita pizza and a pepperoni pizza, you guys, for €5. It's cheaper than McDonald's for an entire pizza. But it was totally packed. And our cars are taking turns. Our electric, are they Fiats? It's like
they are Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, they're Alfa Romeo, which is like the newest upgraded Fiat. It's like Fiat's luxury car. So they're 5-seaters. But other than our drive from Rome to here, we have had to all cram into one car because Aaron and my cars are taking turns being stupid. Also, we probably just don't understand what it is we're supposed to be doing. I rented an electric car. I rented a Tesla when I was in Chalet for one of my sister's birthdays. And I had such a horrific experience with renting the Tesla that I was like, never again. I'm not going to rent an electric car and I'm not going to drive one. And we were actually looking at getting the Rivian because I do think electric cars are the future and they are definitely are going to save you on gas and all of that because gas prices are insane. Petrol prices here are also insane, which is why we went with electric. But my experience when I rented the electric car in LA was the infrastructure, kind of like the times of horses and buggies, right, and carriages, and when the new Ford, what was it, T-Bird? No, Model T came on the scene. The roads weren't conducive for that. And so that's kind of how it felt with when I was in LA, even though LA is very, very like up and coming with all of that stuff, it still was really difficult. I think I'm gonna pour all this in there. And then I'm gonna pour a little bit of my wine. Here's a fun trick I like to do. So I poured all of that tomato sauce in there. And I'm gonna take a little bit of my red wine and I'm going to pour it in here, and then we're gonna shake it up. I would have added a little half cup or cup of
Water.
the water from the pasta, but that got emptied out already, so I can't do that.
And that'll burn off.
And then that alcohol will burn off, and that will be great. That'll be grand. So, feels like it's been a lifetime. It's only been about a week and 2 or 3. Is today 3 days?
26th to today. It's been about 12 days, I think.
Hasn't even been 2 weeks, guys. And it literally feels like we have been gone for lifetimes. All right, my sauce is done. We're just Add this on top of the ravioli, sprinkle some Parmigiano and some fresh basil. Maybe open up another bottle of wine. Actually, in all fairness, I've had like, what, 2 sips? So there you go. I'm gonna show it to you.
There you go.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at those colors. So I'm gonna pour this onto this and then add in my basil. And I think that's a wrap. Mwah. Love you all. Prego. Ciao, ciao from Italy. Does anyone want to say anything, family? They're all gone. Oh, also there's no TV here, so super fun.
Bye.
I'm loving it. Aaron's loving it. Most of the kids are loving it. Just not
Me, I'm loving it.
not the littles. You're loving it, Paxton? You're loving being here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Say do 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 do. I'm loving it. All right.
Besides the
Ciao
bugs.
ciao.
Ciao.
Besides the bugs, yes.